Hello my fellow hunters, and today I have my endgame longsword build for base game. So this build allows us to hit 100% affinity while also granting us maxed crit boost, agitator, and so much more. Now if you guys do enjoy the content, a like and sub would be greatly appreciated, plus come check out my Twitch where I'm live almost every single day running hunts. Now let's get into the build here. So for this build, our weapon of choice is going to be the Ardean Longsword with Paralysis as its affliction, and the reason why we're picking Paralysis over any other element or ailment is since Longswords don't apply as much elemental damage as other weapons, so we'd want to focus on its raw attack value. And now thanks to Paralysis, we can still find use in an ailment to give ourselves free windows for more damage, overall boosting our total damage potential. Now for how you want to craft the Ardean weapon, I recommend using an attack blade and 2 attack tubes. Then for reinforcement, trying to get 3 levels of affinity, a sharpness increase for more white, and another attack boost. Basically, to maximize our damage potential, we'd want to have plus 20 attack value, plus 15% affinity, and then plus 30 sharpness. Now you could still roll this using affinity on all parts, or maybe comboing a couple affinity or a couple attack together. All that really matters is you just want to hit these specific stat goals so you can basically min-max your damage, having a higher raw affinity, pretty high attack, and then also good white sharpness. Now the decos used on this longsword are going to be 2 level 3 critical jewels, or if you have a level 2, even better since crit boost maxes at 5, so I guess a level 3 and a level 2 if you can, and then either a mastery jewel for master's touch or a level 3 razor sharp jewel. If you have Master's Touch deco, it's actually better since it grants an 80% chance of no sharpness loss when attacks crit versus Razor Sharp, which just mitigates sharpness loss by 50%. Okay, now I know some players won't have those gems or this longsword rolled because it took me some ungodly grinding and luck for these. So another option you can use with this build in the meantime is actually the Rathalos longsword. Now it's going to have level 3 crit boost built into it, meaning you only need 2 more levels to max it, which would be really easy thanks to the melding vendor where you can just craft 2 level 1s. Now its only drawback is that it does have a lower raw attack value, but trust me, this thing still hits like a truck. Now for the armor, we're going to be taking a mix set with 2-piece Gormagala so we can give ourselves Frenzy Affliction through Gormagala's Tyranny, and 2-piece Arkveld, which is more so there for armor skills, but its 2-piece does have an okay form of lifesteal from Arkveld's Hunger, where continually attacking a monster regenerates a small amount of your health. So starting off first with the headpiece, we're going to be using Gorehelm Beta. This already comes with the skills level 1 Coalescence, which will help us build up our paralysis faster when we recover from blights or abnormal statuses, and yes, that does include Frenzy, and as well a level 1 Evade window. Now the other 2 skills we're going to be putting on here are going to be Challenger Jewel in the level 3 slot and a Sheath Jewel in the level 1 slot. The chest piece is going to be the Arc Vulcan Male Beta, which comes with level 1 Weakness Exploit at base. Now in the level 3 slot, we're going to be putting in another Challenger Jewel, and for level 2 slot, we're going to be putting in a Mighty Jewel for level 1 of Maximum Might. For the arms, we're going to be using Guardian Arkveld Vambrace's Beta, which will come with an insane level 2 Weakness Exploit. These are probably the best gloves in the entire game, in my opinion. Now on this, we're going to be using 2 Sheath Jewels to max out Quick Sheath, which does indeed work with our Special Sheath to speed up the animation to hit 5 Spirit Slashes faster, and a Sane Jewel for level 1 of Antivirus. The waist is going to be the Arc Vulcan Coil Beta, which comes with another level 2 of Weakness Exploit, maxing out our Weakness Exploit, granting us a 30% increase to affinity on attacks that hit weak points with an extra 20% on wounds, and it will also come with level 1 recovery speed. On this, we're going to be using a level 1 Sane Jewel and a level 1 Divine Blessing to help mitigate damage taken. Lastly, for the legs, we are taking Goregrieve's Beta, which will come with level 1 Antivirus, maxing out that skill to grant us greatly increased recovery after contracting the Frenzy Virus, and a 15% affinity buff when it is cured. And also a level 1 Flinch Free, which will help prevent some knockbacks from smaller damage. Now for the level 3 slot, we're going to be taking another Challenger Jewel, which if we add in our Talisman of Choice, the Challenger Charm 2, we'll be at Max Agitator, so level 5 Agitator, which means when the monster is enraged, we will gain plus 20 attack value, plus 15% affinity, and these are both massive free buffs that don't require much other than just making the monster mad, which happens pretty quickly into most fights. Now in the last 2 slots, we're taking a growth jewel for self-improvement skill, which increases attack and defense as the time passes on a quest. The max buff is reached at 30 minutes. I'm not really sure what the exact values you gain over time from this are, but when more information is known, I will make sure to share that. And lastly, we're going to be taking another level 1 protection jewel to give us level 2 divine blessing, allowing us to reduce damage taken by 30% sometimes. So altogether, from this build, we are looking at 100% affinity when conditions are met, and 90% even when not hitting wounds, plus 40% critical damage, plus 20 attack value, 80% chance to negate sharpness loss on crits, a time-based attack and defense scaler, maxed out quick sheath, and a way to boost our paralysis application to monsters. This build has been a monster for me in farming, well, monsters super quickly, and has been so satisfying with how many times I can apply paralysis in a hunt, especially since I gave my Palico a paralysis weapon as well to kind of double dip into that. I did want to say, while being an offensive focused build, it still boasts some decent defensive skills with level 2 divine blessing, level 1 flinch free, recovery speed, evade window, and also Arkfeld's hunger. Now obviously those defensive stats won't make you into a tank, but it should help when you get hit for messing up your timing on your parries, since, I mean, come on, the whole purpose of Longsword is to just look cool as hell and not get hit while doing it. Well, I hope you guys enjoy this build. This is a beefy one, and it is so much fun for me to both create and to play with. It is a blast. Now I think I'm going to slowly transition to either dual blades or insect glaive to work on some builds to share. Yeah, anyway, happy hunting, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.